Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kerrville Weekly News Roundup, hosted by Andrew Gay and Tom Fox, your co host and co founders of the network. Today, we're going to discuss some of our top news picks for the week. So, as always, Tom, why don't you do the honors and kick us off, sir?
Sure. First of all, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Please be safe out there and enjoy this weekend and think on Monday what Memorial Day means to you and to us and to our country. It kicks off the summer season, which is a great time to be in the Hill Country and in Kerrville. We've got some great stories this week. I want to start with the 52nd edition of the Kerrville Folk Festival, which premiered Thursday night. This is the opening weekend. It's got a great lineup as always. The first time for new executive director, Deb Rouse. Deb and the Kerrville Folk Festival have started their own podcast on the Texas Hill Country Podcast Network. So look for the Kerrville Folk Festival podcast, wherever great podcasts are listened to. And come out and check out the Folk Festival. If you live in Kerrville, it's a great event, reasonably priced, great music, not too loud, some rocking and rolling, but lots of acoustics, singer-songwriters. I want to shout out to the Cailloux Foundation, which made a $45,000 grant to the Kerrville Independent School District for football helmets. And this may be a first world problem, but it's a problem. And football helmets cost nearly $500 a helmet now. And this grant gave almost 90 helmets to Kerrville sports, both high school and middle school. These helmets can last up to 10 years. They are literally state of the art. So the best protection for athletes on the Kerrville football team, thanks to the Cailloux Foundation. They also made donations to Centerpoint and Ingram. A big shout out to the Cailloux Foundation. In a little bit different direction, unfortunately, the county has had its 12th positive rabies case was found this week. A rabid skunk was found in the Kerrville city limits. If you've got any animals and they get bitten or some blood passes between a wild animal and a dog or a cat, be very careful out there. There's a couple of things that my wife and I are looking forward to this weekend. It's also the opening weekend at Kreider. So
Hey,
for those of you who love a two-step and maybe a little rodeo and some barbecue, check out Kreider, because if you haven't two-step since last time Kreider was open, it's time for you to get out there and do it. Women love it. Wives love it. Girlfriends love it. And it's fun to put on a pair of boots and
so
two-step.
y'all are planning on heading out there doing a little two step action?
We're going to go out
Okay.
there this summer. We're going out to the folk festival on Saturday night.
Okay.
But also there is a film festival, the
Aha.
Hill Country Film Festival this weekend in Fredericksburg. And so check that out. I'll put in the show notes the link so you can check out the program. But if you're interested in arts from the film perspective, maybe you can check out the Hill Country Film Festival. How about you,
Wow.
Andrew?
Thanks, Tom. That was a lot. I feel like you did all the heavy lifting. I don't even have anything to mention. Other than I do have some change in leadership positions that I wanted to mention. Those are going to serve as my stories this week. And one is we all know the mayoral runoff race that we just had, not runoff race, but it was a race. And so one of the candidates, the one that did not get elected as mayor, has to sacrifice their seat on the existing city council. And that's what happened. And there has been an appointee that has been appointed to replace that councilman's vacant seat, and that is Delane Siegerman, who is going to serve in, I believe, place one for Roman Garcia, who ran against Joe Herring for mayor and lost. So Delane has served on city council before, but I think there was a lot of people that were really happy to see her back on city council. So that was one. And then two is my buddy Pete Calderone just got confirmed to the KISD school board the other night, earlier this week. He replaced Mr. Curtis Finley, who had served 8 years on that board. The KISD school board is a big deal here in Kerrville. We have a very strong, robust, and well-known school system here. And I think the school board gets a lot of attention, maybe not as much political attention as the city council, probably for good reason, but nevertheless, there's been a change of leadership there too. So it's nice to see Pete get elected to that position. So that's all the mentions that I had for stories this week. I guess for the upcoming weekend, we don't have a whole lot planned other than we do have some extended family in town. So we're going to be hanging out with them. We got a 3-day weekend. because I'm off Monday. So we're planning on being around and just trying to enjoy our relaxing days off that we have this weekend.
We're under a warning. We could have 100-degree weather this weekend, which is very unusual for this early in the summer season. So be careful out there.
So we will be relaxing inside, in front of the TV or reading a book, or hanging out with our dogs, and that's good enough for us.
Fair enough.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us. We will catch you back here next time. Have a great weekend and enjoy Memorial Day.